Good to be live once again. This took a lot longer for me to get to part 3 here than I could have expected, but you know, it is what it is. It took forever because I'm slow as hell and just kept doing other things. And also, most importantly, I figured out how to do the garden blueprint that we got last time. It was quite hard to decide how I wanted to actually put this thing down, because I obviously had to redesign the entire thing, and there wasn't really anywhere for me to put it. On top of that, I did all of the grass, which was a bit time-consuming. It was less than I expected, and the reason is you need to obviously get grass seeds, which I don't... Oh wait, no, I do. The only way to get grass seeds is by killing the little drackies over here that spawn in the woods and stuff. So doing all this grass took me quite a long time, which was annoying. But today we have a few goals. One of them, which is probably going to be our first here. Damn, I didn't even finish getting geared up. I don't even have iron armor or anything. The goal here, if I can stop neglecting making gear. Alright, no, I didn't want to make iron armor because I wanted to make the better armor. Okay, well, as I promised last time, our first goal is going to be to kill all 3 dragons. Now, I believe we already killed the second one, if I remember correctly, although it was like 2 weeks ago now, so I don't actually know for sure. But I remember killing the second one, which means we can go straight to the first one, which we actually never went to. Kind of just neglected it. Alright, I have the double jump things. I can just not care about anything anymore. I completely forgot I got lucky with the double jump unlock. Yeah, there it is. There's also the swamp area, which I've never really been to because who cares, really? So that's always fun. I don't think I'm gonna steal any of the loot around. I mean, we can always come back here later. I should have gotten more healing. I guess I don't have anything to make more, which is kind of unfortunate. Because last time I remember this was insanely scuffed. I don't even remember what I got last time as an upgrade. What was it? Did I get like... Oh right, I got like that, yeah, the fireplace, which I didn't use, like, at all. I didn't need it. And I can't fit it anywhere, so like, why bother? Luckily with the steel sword, this is like pretty easy. It's not rocket science fighting these dragons. The main difficulty of these dragons, honestly, when I originally played, was just figuring out they exist, but not having the gear to actually be able to hurt them. Like, if you actually know how to explore, you found these in the demo when you still had the wooden sticks. And then you upgrade to copper in the full game, and you come back here, and you can't actually hurt it still. And it's not until you finally reach iron, like many hours into the game, if you played at a reasonable pace, that you actually get to hurt these guys that you've been waiting to be able to kill for like so long. So that's where most of the challenge came from. It's not that these dragons were hard, it's that you couldn't attack them even if you wanted to. Boom. This one, I mean, it's basically impossible to forget the reward. The iconic, you kill this giant dragon and you get a sofa for your living room. This dragon is basically, like, impossible to forget. I mean, it's just so good. Like, I honestly should just make this the thumbnail. You know? Like, I should just make this the thumbnail, because of how much better it is. Anyway, you know, seeing how we're already, like, halfway through the day and we can't kill the other one today, let's explore the hills. I think there is some kind of like Easter egg, not Easter egg, but one of these has something hidden around it. I don't think it's anything good, but I think there's a note or something on one of these. don't fully remember, but I think so. Is it this pot? No. Well, there is stuff, but it's not what I thought. I thought one of these had like a note or something. I guess not. How many items are we at in terms of discovered, like, status? 175. I don't remember if it's 150 or 200 items discovered for this chapter. I kind of wanted to do the secret objectives, but I don't remember all of them, and we're definitely not going to do the Cantlin Garden. I just know one of them is, like, get a bunch of items. Funny story about this area, actually, is that it has... Do I have a hammer of extra? No, I don't have an extra hammer. That's unfortunate. This area has gold, if I recall. I've, like, never been to this area. Because, quite frankly, you have literally zero reason to come here. Because there is nothing of value here. But I'm pretty sure this area has gold, which is the only place you can get gold, I think. Unless you can get gold in the third teleportal, and I'm misremembering. Speaking of the third teleportal, that's where we need to go next. Well, not next, but like, once we're done with all the dragons here, because there's still another one I want to go take care of, which I believe we found. Actually, I don't think we found it, but I think I kind of remembered where it was from running around in the... I think it's in the red teleportal area. So, I have to remember to keep that in mind. I believe it's at the very back of the red teleportal. If I am not mistaken, of course, but, you know, I could pretty easily be mistaken. I didn't even introduce the new people to the town, that's how rushed I am. The thing is, I'm a bit concerned. I don't remember how long the end of the game is, so... Like, I only have about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours to finish the game. And I don't want to be like, hey, we're finally finishing Cantlin, and then we don't, so... I'm gonna rush this stuff a bit, because I'm a bit concerned about how long it's gonna take us to do the third teleportal, because we haven't done the third teleportal at all yet. Now, it is pretty short, but you have to wait for some of it, like making the bombs, if I recall. So, it's gonna be pretty important that we go a bit quick here. The smart way to do this would have been going to the green teleportal now, and then getting the bombs, killing the golems that are right here, on the way to the next dragon, because we have to kill those golems and we can't do it right now. That would have saved us a day, but I kind of want to do the dragons at the start, so, you know. I don't think we need anything else. I farmed like some basic ores, if I recall. Okay, say that. Oh, right, I turned all the copper into stuff, but I farmed some ores a bit while I was building, so hopefully we shouldn't run into any issues. I think the only thing we're not going to have is the best hammer. That's going to take a while to make. Unless we get to the boss fight and there's like almost, you know, there's still like a while to go. Like we're only like 2 hours in. I might just give it a gamble and try and get it, but we'll see when we get there. For now though, that's not much of a concern of mine. I just want to try and beat this first chapter, because I can't wait to get to the second one. Honestly, I don't know why I'm excited for the second one. That's not to say the second one is bad. Yeah, there's the dragon. Not to say the second one is bad, it's just... I can't build on the second one. Or at least not easily. So I don't know why I'm excited for it. Because I'm just not going to be able to build, so it's just going to be me like rushing through the story probably pretty quick. Because I don't have an idea for a build for the second one. For the second chapter, I should say. Okay, damn, you hit hard. Granted, I don't have, you know, the right gear, but you still hit hard. Okay, running out of food is not what I expected. I forgot to eat. You know, I forgot this game had food as a conundrum you have to deal with. Now, the nice thing is these dragons don't move. It's not like the ones later in the game where they actually run around if you run away from them. These ones just do nothing. Which makes them a nice fight with minimal issues. It's basically just teaching you patterns. Like, these dragons are very good at what they do, which is to teach you pattern recognition. Because all of the combat in the game is pattern recognition. And that's what the game is teaching you. The dragons do one attack with the mouth, one spin. One attack with the mouth, then you can attack, then they do a spin, then they attack with the mouth, then you can attack, then they do a spin. And it's basically just here to teach you pattern recognition, that all of the big enemies basically work with patterns. They always follow the same pattern, so it's just a question of figuring out the pattern. And also, we just got something good. Okay, I keep double pressing buttons. Defense +5. I'm not gonna equip that now because I like the boots better. But for the fight, that will be good. Or actually, I might just get rid of the feather falling boots because realistically, we're not gonna die of fall damage during the boss fight. But that is very good. I'm actually quite glad because I did not remember what the reward for this dragon was, but that is a very good reward. +5 defense, that's like basically a shield. I guess let's use the Chimera Wings. I mean, I only have like 7 of them, but it's not a big deal. I can maybe make more. I don't actually know if I can or not, but let's introduce this person to our town, actually. Oh my, what is this wonderful place? It's so bright and warm. All accepting that cold look in your face, young man. Or perhaps not. Your face might be cold, but I can see the fire in your eyes. You want to know what I'm doing here this late in the day, don't you? There's no point trying to deny it. I can read you like an open book. This place looks like the perfect city full of buildings and people and light. But the truth is, everyone who lives here seems awfully anxious. Personally, the only thing I feel is exhausted from walking all the way here. I hope you don't mind if I join you. My name is Cherry. I don't have any particular talents, but I'm a dab hand at being a woman of the world. Okay. I forgot what her name even was, but Cherry is actually a surprisingly good name. And we got monsters coming by. Of course, they're coming from the back, so they're just gonna be annoying. Is there anyone else with a quest other than this guy? No, okay. Wow, Magic Z, you did an incredible job stopping all those monsters. And not only that, you found a new teleportal too. Right, because the last thing we did was unlock the green teleport. Oh, and by the way, LaRouche told me what happened. It was the golem who crushed Cantlin into dust. If that's the case, then there's no doubt about it. The monster that rules over these lands is the same golem that guarded Cantlin. Magic Z, do you know what this means? I can help. I can finally help. After all my years of wandering, I've finally found the place where I can be of use. Once, during my travels, I met an inventor who taught me how to build things called wrecking balls. If the golem were to attack us, something as powerful as the wrecking ball would be absolutely invaluable. Let me teach you how to make them. I've never been able to build one myself, so I can't wait to see if they work. Right, so this is what I meant by we need to kill some golems. A wrecking ball explodes a short time after being placed. Now, the wrecking balls themselves I don't think is why we need to kill the golems. In fact, we need the wrecking ball. Alright, it's in the other table. I'm speaking without thinking. Yeah, the rock bomb shards is what we actually need for the time being. And that is a chore. We need at least 9 of them. So, let's go on a bit of an adventure. I do want to go check out the teleportal. We need a lot of things. The main one is going to be rock bomb shards, which I don't even remember if you can obtain with the steel sword. I'm just really hoping you can, because I don't want to make the hammer. This is a dead end. Thing is, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for the purple rabbits, yeah, these guys, and rock bombs, which surprisingly not a single one of them has spawned in yet. Ow. That's what I need. Finest fur for the full plate armor. I knew there was a better tier of armor, which is why I didn't want to make the iron armor. But I didn't really know for sure how you got finest fur, because it's like the one item in this game I never remember how to get. And it came to me while I was, you know, on break from playing the game that it's these stupid bunnies that give it. I'm using the wrong weapon, that's why it's doing no damage. There's a rock bomb. Oh, there's two of them. Good. Can this work? Yes, you can totally kill them with the steel sword. Okay. That is good to know. It's a bit nerve-wracking, but it's possible. Okay, I'm not gonna take a chance on that one. Basically, if you don't get what's happening here, these blow up. You have to kill them faster than they explode. That's the entire gimmick with these. Thing is, the upgraded hammer does more damage. So I remembered at one point I had to make the hammer to actually be able to kill these. I think I was just bad at the game at that time, but I remember I used to think that you needed the upgraded hammer to kill these guys, and I don't remember why. I just know it does more damage, but it is such a pain to get the upgraded hammer, because you need scorpion spikes. I don't think I have to explain, if you ever played the game, why getting scorpion, like, tails or whatever. I don't think we have any. Oh, no, we do. We need to get scorpion horns. 3 of them. So apparently we did get one. And we need to get 3 of these. These are a rare drop from the metal scorpions, and the metal scorpions are near the pyramid that we had to raid. Now the problem with that is it's a rare drop. So, you know, it's exactly the problem you might be able to expect. It takes a really long time to get the scorpion horns for a hammer that just breaks basically instantly if you use it for anything other than combat. Basically, it's not worth getting if you can avoid it. That's basically the gist of that hammer. I was gonna go back and sleep the night, but I think I'm just gonna run around in the night. This island is so big, and I need to get something on the other side of it. So, well, I don't need to get something on the other side of it, but I want to. I'm gonna have to fight the ghosts. This is another thing we need. We need this orichalcum, but we can't get it right now. We can't mine it. This is going to be risky. I want to try and kill these with the ghosts still around. I am taking mega gambles. Wait, this just ends? What do you mean this just goes in a circle? Okay, whatever. I'll take the bait. I actually want to just see what's further up ahead. Although this isn't going where I want it to. I'm just curious where this even goes, because, like, there's nothing over here, or there shouldn't be. This is realistically a dead end, if it's how it should be. I don't know why the Pat is just really confused and just goes this way instead. Yeah, this is just a dead end. Oh, I see. They aren't connected. Terrain generation pulled a terrain generation. Yeah, I knew this wasn't right. Oh damn, I jumped 3 blocks high with the boots. Alright, I have the fall damage boots. Why am I doing this? I'm too used to not having these kinds of luxuries. I just play the game as if I never... Like, most of the games I play, even when I get a good unlock, I usually just keep playing the game as if I don't have it. That way I never build a habit of just assuming that I have something, like some good upgrade. It's just sometimes, you know, it bites you. Here's that cave from earlier. Just to be sure I'm not insane, like, this did not turn, ever. Yeah. It just did a loop. It never actually followed the path. What I should do, just in case of an unfortunate accident, is that I should put all of my goods away. You might be confused why I'm looking for this forest. There's a few reasons. One of them is right there. And I also want to check this area out, because I don't think I've ever really explored it. I mean, I don't remember the last time I explored it. I wanted to see if there was anything back here. No, there's nothing. Right, evil slimes. That's the thing that's over here. I want to talk to you, if I recall. Wow, it's a human. My name's Splatrick. What's yours? Magic Z? What a great name. You look really courageous, too. Not like me. To tell the truth, I'm actually a really oozeless slime. I really like humans, and I want to be friends with them. But when I told my slime friends, they said I was a bad monster and a traitor to the Dragon Lord. And now they're not my friends anymore, and they bully me all the slime. Oh no, watch out, the nasty slimes have come to get me. Wow, shocker to no one. Ever. Yeah, so there's a bunch of evil slimes in this area. Which makes no sense, because this... Ironically enough, this is the only time that mini slimes are ever used in the entire Game Builders franchise. Wow, Magic Z, that was amazing. You splatted those slimes like it was nothing. Thanks for rescuing me. There are lots of scary monsters around here, so be careful, okay? Hold on, I suppose this is goodbye. What? You built a great big city? And you'll let me live there too? Really? 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 Great. Thank you, Magic Z. Alright then. Let's get gooing. So many goos in this world. I'm gonna steal all the mushrooms. I actually don't really need them at all, so I'm not. But still, it's principle that counts. We still need more bomb rock shards, so we're not done yet. We still have to stay in this area, as they'd say. Ow. You know, I really need that armor. I might actually have to take a break and go collect healing supplies before I do the final boss. Because I don't have it. I mean, I have this, like, healing cream, yeah. But, like, outside of that, I have nothing at all. Pretty much. Alright, I'm getting out of here. This guy's a lost cause. We need 2 more. We have 7 currently. Well, we need at least 2 more. We might have to come and get 3 more after that. Will you just die already? You are the worst. There. That should be enough. In theory. If we play our cards right and don't get unlucky, it should be enough. Yeah, see? This just ends. This path isn't connected. The terrain generation did terrain generation things and did not do its job right. What a surprise. Still though, it's cool having these moments happen. It's not cool when it's the first time playing the game and you don't know better though. That is when it sucks having things like this happen. I didn't even grab the Navi globe, because I'm dumb. There you go. Let's go build some things that we need. But first I want to take a drink, because I am thirsty from all this yapping already. It's only been 20 minutes and I'm already tired and thirsty. Alright. So, we need to obviously build some wrecking balls, which is a surprise to no one. We can make exactly 30, which we're then short on iron, that makes sense. Going to make some more. That's incredible, Magic Z. You made the wrecking balls just like I told you. I don't have the power to build, and neither did the man who invented them, so nobody's ever actually been able to build one until now. But I knew you could do it. You're the legendary builder after all. Magic Z, my friend, the golem is coming for us, I know it. If we defeat him, we'll bring back the light to this land. But if we fail, Cantlin will be pounded into dust once again. I hope the wrecking balls will be of some help to you in that final battle, and I pray to the goddess that you emerge victorious. Oh, and by the way, they say that a golem's built like a brick outhouse. If I were you, I'd build at least 20 wrecking balls before I even thought about taking him on. Yep. Now, who's gonna be the next quest? Right, no one. Why is that? Oh, okay, it's just Pippa, which is not rendered in. Oh, hello, Magic Z. I don't know if you've noticed, but everyone's been acting really nervously recently. Asked Rolo what was going on, and he told me a ginormous monster is going to attack us at any moment. All I want to do is build a city where we can all live together in peace. So why did it have to end up like this? As you see, that monster that's going to attack us is really powerful, isn't it? I know I shouldn't be bothering you at a time like this, but I'm really scared that somebody's going to get hurt. Which is why I was wondering, could you make some medicinal herb for me? Just 5 pouches? Please, if you do this favor, I won't ask you for anything ever again. That's annoying. Actually, can I do that? I can do that. It's still annoying, because I don't actually know where to get medicinal leaves effectively in this chapter. But apparently I just collected enough that it's not actually a problem. Which is good. Hold on a minute, it is. You've got the pouches of medicinal herb I asked for. So can I have them? Yes. To tell the truth, I made 2 pouches myself. So that makes 7 pouches in all, and they're all for you. What? If I was going to give them to you, why did I ask you to make them for me? Well, it's just that you've been so busy building rooms and furniture and weapons for everyone else, you haven't been taking any time to look after yourself, and that is very true. As I was saying earlier, I have no healing, or not enough anyway. So I just wanted you to make something to keep yourself healthy in the last big battle. Oh, and Magic Z, do you think you can build that Cantlin shield thing Rolo was talking about too? No matter how horrible the monsters might be, I don't want to have to fight them. But on the other hand, I'd be so sad if the town you worked so hard to build for us got destroyed. So please, Majesty, you've got to work out how to build that Cantlin shield and protect our city. We meet again. Medicinal herb, obviously. I'm definitely going to use that. Majesty works out how to make a Cantlin shield, and this is where things get very interesting. For a few reasons. First of all, that shield recipe being terrible, which we'll get into in a bit. By my booming baritone, Majesty, you've done it. You've unraveled the secret of the Cantlin shield. Now we can rebuild the legendary defenses of the city of Cantlin. We will be ready for even the most brutal of assaults. We have come so far together, Majesty, many sleepless nights have I spent, struggling and often failing to decipher the Cantlin Chronicle. But now our struggles are very nearly at an end. Go, my boy, and build the Cantlin shield. It is the biggest and boldest bulwark described in the Cantlin Chronicle, and will let us weather the coming storm. When you are ready, I will tell you where the materials that go into making a Cantlin shield can be found. Come and speak to me again when your loins are good and girded. That sounds weird, but sure. The Cantlin shield needs a few things. One of them is Golemite, and one of them is Orichalcum. Both of which kind of suck. So let's start with Red Boy, as I'm gonna call it, the Golemite. The Golemite can be obtained from golems. I think that if you blinked 1 and 2 and 2 together, it's pretty obvious. Golemite, golems, you need Golemite. The only place with golems is right here, in the second teleportal. Now, outside of the fact that I forgot to make that armor I wanted to make again, they usually spawn in this general vicinity. They don't have an exact spawn, but usually somewhere in this general area will do. See? There you have it. Boom. First block of Golemite. The small guys don't do anything. They can sometimes drop a fancy table, but that's it. They don't actually do anything. They just drop fancy things, and that's about it. Usually they drop nothing. So that's all I wanted from that. I also need to go rescue our slime friend that I have just completely forgot about and abandoned horribly. Which reminds me, I should make another hammer, because I'll probably need it, for a few reasons. Okay, so it's almost night. So instead, I'm going to spend my last time building some things, like actual gear, like the full plate armor, which is what I've been wanting to make. I don't think we ever get a better shield than the steel shield, so equip this, equip that. I've never even equipped the lighter shield that I made forever ago. I'm going to put this away to make some space. I'm gonna go save our boy. Wait, no, I wanted to make another hammer first. I forgot, as usual. Yeah, here's the warhammer. We need a lot of scorpion horns, but it does 37 attack damage, whereas the steel sword does 35. So if you're in a pinch to kill those rock bombs, the extra teeny bit of damage is what you need. Now, we're not going to be making it. Maybe after we might make it for fun, I don't know. If there's still some time left after this. After the boss fight, that is. Because it's only been about 30 minutes, and we are actually making pretty rapid progress. I was a bit worried it would be slower, but no. It's actually going pretty solid, so that's good to see. There's a few things I want to look for right now. Most of them involve orichalcum, as you can see right there. I want to find somewhere with a lot of it in a tiny spot, is what I want to do. But that is not always easy. Also, can I just say, this armor looks epic. Like, I never make it because it's pretty expensive and you don't really need to make it. But this armor looks epic. I forgot how good it looks. I'm not gonna gamble on 3 pieces. I think I'm just going to be patient and look for something better. Unless I can't find something better, then I'll just take it, but I think I'll be patient for now and keep looking. Again, this is annoying though. Alright, our slime friend should be just stuck over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I kind of just forgot he was following me, if I'm being completely honest. So, you know, what a surprise that he got absolutely screwed over. That's a lot of ruby. I am looking for orichalcum. More specifically, a lot of it. Yeah, nothing promising, actually. I mean, it's not good, but it's more than I thought there was here. Maybe a worth it gamble? Okay, maybe that was worth it, because there's actually a lot. Okay, it's only 16, but it's still more than I thought there was. And that should be enough, hopefully. If that isn't enough, I'd be surprised. I mean, realistically, 34 is a lot. Like, I don't see a world where I need that much. Come on, slime boy. It's time to cook. You know? Actually, it's just time to get the heck out of this place. If I can manage that. Come on, getting down. At least he's unkillable, which is quite nice. It's especially nice because he keeps getting the attention of everyone, and he's the one getting hit instead. And since he's unkillable, well, it's just not doing damage. There you have it. An easy day on the clock, pretty much. Let's unequip the shovel so we don't make the boss fight mistake of using the shovel instead of a weapon to try and kill the boss. Wow, this place looks great. Did you build this whole town yourself? But Magic Z, you know I'm a monster, right? Are you sure it's alright for an oozeless slime like me to live here? Huh? We're friends? You'd really be my friend? Hooray! Thank you, Magic Z. You don't know how grateful I am. I want to make friends with all the people in your town. I'm going to talk to everyone right away. Good time, good time. Time to sleep. I say as just morning comes right up and everyone gets up, but you know what? It's the principle that counts, you know? Build a Cantlin shield. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it, kind of. I'm working on a few things at once. Right, shield is up top. Yeah, we have enough. Now we just need Golemite. Now, there's a few things we're going to have to debate here. You see, we can either farm a lot of Golemite and get 2 shields, or we take a gamble, maybe take some town damage, and try and do it with 1 shield. I mean, I'm no expert, but I've never done the fight with only 1 shield. I've always just spent the extra time getting the 2nd shield. Mostly because it's just a lot easier. We got enough for 1 shield, so you know what? I think I'm gonna take the gamble and try and do the fight with 1 shield. And since we're only 40 minutes in, you know what? Let's get the hammer. I said I wouldn't rush this playthrough as much. And we've kind of been rushing this entire stream. So, let's instead... I don't have any... Okay, I just have copper weapons. It's annoying. I don't really want to wear out my steel sword, but... You know. Let's try and get the Warhammer. We don't need it, but just out of principle that we got everything, because it's really all we're missing at this point. I mean, I'm sure there's some seeds of life we're missing, because 105 is that much health. I'd expect to have a bit more, but still a very respectful amount. Copper Sword is more effective against these guys than I would have thought. Right, I wanted to make healing creams. That's what I wanted to make. That I forgot. That I neglected, you could say. There's a second one. This actually won't be as hard as I thought. I remembered this being a lot more treacherous than it is for some reason. It's just the principle of having to come collect a rare item to just constantly fix up something that you can break in 30 seconds if you wanted to. And you have to replace after. There. You know, these might be not nearly as rare as they were when the game came out, but I remember it took me, I think, 3 in-game days of just killing these guys, I think, one time, to get that hammer. So, I think it's just, like, old trauma giving a bad rep to that. Got another golem. We could easily get another shield, but I think I'm just gonna do it the lazy way and just have 1. If stuff goes horribly wrong, we just revert the save. The solution to every problem, am I right? Which, speaking of saving, I have not saved yet at all this stream, so... maybe I should. I mean, granted, this is the Switch, so even if, you know, power goes out or some dumb crap, the game won't actually close, and I'll just be able to just keep going, but... still... it's out of principle, you know, that you save a game every at least hour. So let's eat first, actually. You know what, let's make the shield. Let's make this like our free fight save point. You know, where we have to do all of the town battles. Boom, Cantlin shield, there you have it. By my radiant rosy cheeks, the Cantlin shield is complete. At least we are safe. We have nothing to fear from those fearful monsters. All that remains is to defeat their leader, and we will be free to rebuild Cantlin to its former glory. Marvelous, Magic Z, absolutely marvelous. What? You're afraid that building a shield may be the last straw that makes the golem launch his attack? It seems the Bushbag's jokes has really affected your nerves. Or there's something important I need to explain to you. If our city is to truly prosper, we must be extremely selective about who we allow to live here. Put it bluntly, if someone's going to do nothing for our town but get in the way of our rebuilding work and spread malicious rumors, we'd be better off without them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, Magic? I want you to think very, very carefully about this. Fair enough. I would also love if LaRouche wasn't in the game, but you know. But by my rattled nerves, what was that? It felt as if the whole ground started shaking. What in the world is happening to my beautiful city? What is happening is the golems attacking. And so are the monsters, clearly, which love to be annoying. But that's nothing new. I need to make healing stuff. I need to get out that. I need to do a lot of things. Healing is in here. I need to make Chimera wings, not that I need them anymore, but out of principle if I want to do something else. Let's get rid of these inconveniences to society, I guess. There you go. Let's save the game, which is something I haven't done. And let's do all of the consecutive battles. Hehehe, Magic Z, it seems the day of judgment is upon us. You felt the earth shake, didn't you? It can only mean that Cantlin's protector, the Golem Guardian, has awoken. Still, I doubt the Fiend will attack us straight away. No doubt he'll send his armies to soften us up first. I don't know if you have what it takes to defeat them, but if you can't, this town is finished. This is the beginning of our final battle. Are you ready to face this fight? Magic Z, why do you think that the golem who should have protected Cantlin ended up turning against the place? It's because it didn't. The golem didn't destroy the city, it merely destroyed everyone who lived here. It wasn't malfunctioning, nor had it been tricked or taken over by the monsters. It annihilated the citizens of Cantlin in an attempt to protect the city itself. There is more to this story, and should we survive this battle, I'll tell it to you, but now it's time to drive these monsters back. Fair enough, fair enough. It's time to fight, as usual. Classic, just D-pad not working properly. Okay. I didn't know this controller had D-pad issues, but apparently it does. Or holding left or right also triggers up and down. Which is not an issue I've ever ran into before, but apparently this controller has it. Okay, these spawns are annoying as hell, though. Why are the enemies spawning on the complete sides? It's not like they're gonna get in. Especially not on this side. Hitboxes are acting funky, as usual. Some brownies. You know, brownies would be good. I haven't ate brownies in like so long. Like, unironically. I haven't had brownies in literal years. Yeah, even the townspeople have the proper hammers. The war hammer, sorry. I completely forgot to make it. Like, speaking of the hammers, I completely forgot to even build it. There you go. I got all this stuff to make the Warhammer, and I didn't even make it. You know what, let's make this right. Boom. Warhammer or Steel Sword, pick one. Level combat. Oh, you are going to absolutely get out of my thing immediately, please. I forgot about this guy, and now he just destroyed half of my thingy. And now he's destroying more of it. Thank you for leaving my line of defenses alone. Where is everyone else? Oh, it was a chimera. Okay. Easy enough. That worked out better than I expected. A victory. Seed of life. Okay, that'll come in handy for sure. Boom, second fight. Here we go. Ah, Magic C, you did well to drive off the monsters. Last attack. But the Golem's army won't be defeated that easily. It seems another horde of monsters is already fast approaching. What do you say, Magic C? Are you ready to fend off the next wave of their assault? So why did the Golem destroy the people of Cantlin, you asked? It's quite simple, really. The Golem began to see the humans as the greatest threat to the city. You've been to that ruined castle past the Hammerhood's village a few times, right? Let me tell you about that place. After the Dragon Lord cloaked the land in darkness, his armies assaulted Cantlin. With the last of their strength, the people of the city built that castle to serve as their last bastion against the monsters. They sealed themselves within the fortress and lived there in safety for quite some time until they did the unthinkable. With their supplies dwindling, the people began to steal food from each other, and the vicious cycle of violence and retribution began. The castle halls became the very picture of hell itself. It was at that moment the Golem descended upon the place. But forgive me, I've been idly chatting away as their monsters draw ever closer, and now they are almost upon us. Good luck, Magic Z, we are all counting on you. Yeah, so basically the Golem just killed everyone because everyone was a problem at this point. Ironically enough, hopefully there would be a Golem in real life at this rate. And the hitboxes are being really rough right now. They are just barely working enough to be playable. I don't get what makes it worse for battle enemies. It's really not nearly as bad as I remembered. For just enemies out in the wild. But for enemies in these battles, it does it like twice as much. It's kind of unusual. Just waiting for a big guy to spawn in if there is one. Bum, bum, bum. This music is so good as a battle theme. It also just loops very well, so it just makes sense. Oh damn, those were the last guys. I would have thought there would be a big guy to end it off, but no, just a big guy to start it off, clearly. Admirable work on the battlefield, Magic Z. You made short work of the Golem's forces. Still, we may have won the battle, but we have not yet won the war. Another beastly battalion is fast approaching. Are you ready for another battle? Yes, I am. The men and women who fled from the Dragon Lord's forces and took refuge within the castle turned upon each other in an ugly display of pointless bloodshed. On seeing this, the Golem had no doubt came to the understanding that the greatest threat to the city was built to protect was mankind itself. And now mankind has arisen once more. The walls and towers we have built upon these plains will not have gone unnoticed by the Golem's ever-watchful eye. And no doubt it will reach the same conclusion as it did before, that in order to protect Cantlin, the humans who live here must be destroyed. You ask why I remain here? Why did I not run the moment I learned of the threat this city faced? I knew full well the danger that hung over this place from the very first moment that I arrived here. It was always my intention to leave at the first opportunity. However, as I lived alongside you and Pippa and all the Cantlin's other residents, I finally came to the understanding the true joy of living alongside one's fellow man. So please, Majesty, I beg of you, drive back these monstrous hordes, defeat the golem, and protect our home, not just for our sakes, but for the whole of humankind. It's still kind of cowardly that he just swaps sides. Literally last line of dialogue he ever gets to say. But, you know, it is what it is. That's just how things are. Skeleton soldiers appear. It is a certified classic as far as I'm concerned. The ultimate song. You know, a debate that would be probably pretty cool is whether or not the regular songs are better than the retro songs. So I think for some things, the retro songs are better. I don't want to use the retro songs, because technically I'm not supposed to have them unlocked at this stage in the game. But I do have them, so like, I could use them. Like, there's absolutely nothing stopping me from using the retro variants of the music in the game. Because yes, every single song has a retro variant. Which can be activated with the blue lyre over there that I forgot the name of. I think it's just called a lyre anyway. Or a lyre or whatever, I don't remember. I just know it's spelled L-Y-R-E or whatever. There's a skeleton inside still, okay. I know there's a big guy, yeah. This one has a big guy. I confused the second and third battle, this is what I did. Rest in peace, the front lawn. That sucks that he put up a shield. At least the animation worked. Sometimes the shield animation doesn't work and it just looks really weird. Boom. 3 for 3. In less than an hour, damn, I did this quick. I should not have been worrying that I was going too slow. Because we're already at the boss. Like, just like that, we're just already at the boss. Sleep for full health regen. Then I'm gonna, you know, take a sip of my drink again, because I'm thirsty. You know, as mental preparation for this. Let's just collect the random scraps of crap everywhere. And let's have some fun. Let's fight the Cantlin Golem. Actually, first I want to showcase the music. You can use this, which you get later in the game, to change all the music to retro. Which is great. It's a great switch up if you're ever playing through the game a second time around, because unfortunately you only get this at the end of the 3rd chapter, So you can't use it at this stage in the game. The reason I have it is because I've beat the 3rd chapter before, so I can have it. Because once you beat the 3rd chapter, one of your rewards is you can build this thing in every chapter. But obviously, if you're playing through the game only once, that just means 4th chapter. But if you're playing through the game again, you can use it through the entire game. And don't worry, it's not just the town music, it's every song. It's the exploration music, it's the battle themes that we heard earlier. It is everything. Which is why it's so good. And it's everything for every chapter. Which is why it's so crazy. Incredible work you really gave those blighters what for. As you see, my boy, I realize it now, or perhaps deep down I always knew it. The fiend that rules over the monsters of this land, it is none other than the same golem that watched over Cantlin. I just couldn't bring myself to admit that a creation intended to protect the people might instead turn against them. As you see, if you can slay this golem, the darkness will be dispelled and light will return to Cantlin. But before you accept this challenge, be sure you have prepared enough wrecking balls and Cantlin shields. This is our last stand. The conflict that will decide whether Cantlin is a land of monsters or men. I see, my boy, are you ready to face the final fight? Yes, sir. I see, I heard what LaRouche told you. It seems I was wrong. LaRouche and I both love this city. At times like these, I cannot help but recall the wise words of young Pippa. She has said it so often, it's become something of a Cantlin catchphrase. I just want to build a city where all... you know, and I just owe it to re-say that, because that was just awful. I just want to build a city where we can all live together in peace. There you go, said the line. I can leave the rest up to you, Majesty. Protect our city, and let us all live in peace together once more. And let us be alone for this final fight, because yes, all the NPCs just freaking get abducted. Ultimate boss theme. Rest in peace to grass, am I right? The brick and mortar slaughterer, the golem. I have not fought this guy in a long time, because I'd argue he is my least favorite boss fight of all time. Right, I'm doing this one-shielded, so I have to remember to grab my shield every single time. This is going to be very risky. Although it kind of works out, because if he does destroy the town, I have plenty of time to fix it. I also don't have walls on 2 of the sides, so if he breaks anything, you know, it's not a big deal. I do remember mostly how this fight works, but not all. And not all of it is good either, and the hitboxes make this really difficult. Because the hitboxes don't always work. Okay, first one worked. As intended. That's a good start. Golem returns to his feet, right, and then I have to kill the minions. That I remember. Right, these guys have like longer range than usual. Because they're larger. That one was a hard impact. Bonk. Eat my wall, kind golem. This music is so good now. gonna get angry today. Now we wait. Boom. And now we hope that everything just works. Nope. Take two. Okay. I saved it. We're good. Hitbox is disappointed, but you know what? We made do. Martin bomb attack. I'm left with one guy. You know, eventually you start picking up some strategies on how to do combat. 1, 2, 8 frenzy. Oh god, wait, no. He's gonna spin. I want you to spin elsewhere, thank you. I don't want to blow up my town. This is gonna blow up my town. Yep, and it's not even gonna work, dude. That's more insulting than anything. The worst part is it's 2 blocks of grass. So my lawn is just destroyed for nothing. Boom. That was a lot easier than I expected. All things considered, only one hitbox issue in this fight is incredible. Obtains a tarnished token, which can be restored into the ancient emblem, of course. That was, like, incredible. I don't think the base suffered any damage outside of, you know, my own doing. That's pretty damn incredible. It's rare that I have spotless fights, but that's part of the reason why I left this open. Technically, if he attacks middle perfectly, I can put the shield all the way back here as I'm running across and still block it with nothing getting broken. This fight is a lot of where do you want walls on the extremities, because the closer to the end of the base the walls are, the harder they are to protect. This fight is basically an anti-walled off base test. It's basically teaching you that walling off every side of your base is not always a good thing. Which is great. Hello, Rolo. By my shiny white teeth, you did it, Magic Z. You slew the golem. The city of Cantlin is saved, and it's all because of you. Thank you, Magic Z. Thank you. Where did that rusted metal you're holding come from? Could it be the legendary? Yeah, it's the emblem. I don't know why he doesn't finish that line, because it doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. Boom, makes the ancient emblem. By myself and slender fingers, you've done it. You've restored the ancient emblem. This should be all we need to disperse the oppressive darkness that hangs over Cantlin. Quickly, Magic Z, go to your banner of hope and offer the emblem to the skies. 10 medicinal herb. I don't know why you get medicinal herb at the end, since you're never gonna need it again, but you know, one can dream. Ta-da! The light returns to Cantlin. A line that I wished I would say for a very long time on this original build of the game. Magic Z, my child, you have done well. This land has been freed from the Dragon Lord's evil influence, and its people can now rebuild it by their own power. But do not forget, my child, there are so many other people in this world who still need your help. By my big round head, look, Magic Z, look. The sky, it's so bright, it's so big and blue and beautiful. That night, the people of Cantlin hold a banquet to celebrate the return of the light and to thank Magic Z for his heroic efforts. With the city still suffering from the recent monster attacks, celebrations aren't exactly extravagant, and the spread is only simple. But even so, the smiles and the laughter last long into the night. Then morning comes. 4 million lines of dialogue later. Wahaha, so you've finally woken up, have you, Magic Z? I laughed so hard last night I thought my sides might burst. Who would ever have thought Larouche had such a wicked sense of humor? And when I tried Peepa's cooking, well, I thank my lucky stars that I survived the first spoonful. By the way, Magic Z, late last night I saw a strange pillar of light raising into the sky over the eastern mountains. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something interesting going on over there. Perhaps you might want to head over and take a look. Of course, you don't have to go if you don't want to, I just thought you might be interested, that's all. What you do with yourself from now on is entirely up to you. Yep, so the Pillar of Light is just the ending the game thing, which I do want to go to. Although I want to fix my lawn first. So I feel like it's only right. There you go. The entire extent of the damage that happened. But that comes from experience, you know? If I wouldn't have known how this fight went, I wouldn't have been able to defend against it nearly as good. And something crazy is I never once took food from the kitchen after fixing it up. I never needed to. I was just independent enough to never need to take food from here. Which is kind of a missed opportunity because there's a lot of good things here. For example, this restores 10 HP. Which is not good, but it's literally 150 free HP regen just right here. That I could have used if I really wanted to. So kitchens are a very good thing if you actually, you know, make use of them, and usually they're pretty mediocre until like the final third of a chapter. So that's usually when you actually have enough stuff to make them useful. So no, they're not always great, but it's always good to have one around. There you go, make some space. And you want to go check out the light beacon. But you see, I want to do something ambitious. There you go. First of all, I want to clear the beacon. So I want to go to the beacon, Chimera Wing back, and then save the game with the beacon cleared. And then second, I think I want to go... I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we might go on a bit of an adventure, I don't know. We could check out Terra Incognita, because I haven't... I kind of want to see what I was doing last on Terra Incognita, because I don't remember. This is my original Switch, so it should have all of my Terra Incognitas. It doesn't have my original, I don't think, because I'm pretty sure that I accidentally deleted it. But I kind of think we should go check that out as we end it off. Magic Z, my child, the light you see before you is a portal to the next land you must free from the Dragon Lord's curse. The items, the knowledge, and the strength that you have acquired in this place will not survive the journey. The moment you pass through this portal of light, you will lose everything. But Magic Z, my child, should it still be your will to rid this world of darkness, I bid you step into this swirling vortex without fear or regret, and be safe in the knowledge that I do watch over you always. Yep, except that's not what I want to do yet. I want to Chimera Wing back and save the game. I don't think we missed anything important, so I don't think we need to actually go take a trip around. I'm pretty sure we found everything. I mean, maybe a seed of life here or there, but we have the world map, we have 125 HP, we have, I think, all the blueprints. I don't think we actually missed anything. You know, let's enjoy the music again, since now it's different. Although this is the Terra Incognita one, I'm pretty sure. This is what's just on in Terra Incognita 24/7. But yeah, I'm so glad we got lucky enough to get the double jump boots, because they aren't guaranteed to spawn in, which is an insane thing to say on a game like this. But still, this looks so pretty now. Well, I'll take a screenshot. There you go. Switch screenshot. I might make that the thumbnail afterwards. Still though, we did really good. This build turned out better than I expected, considering the constraints. Like, the only thing I would have liked to do better is the bedroom, which I couldn't really do because it was too small. If I wouldn't have wanted to do the barricade, I could have obviously extended this out and done something much better and probably actually included the comfy sofa, but I couldn't, so I made do with this. And plus, I'm not that picky of a builder, I'm not that skilled of a builder either, so it only made sense. Still though, a very good run. Honestly, one of the better sessions of this game I've had in a while. And by sessions, I mean chapter sections. Alright, I wanna turn off the thingy. I want the regular music, because I'm not supposed to have that yet. You know what, let's do this the right way. Let's go to through the actual path instead of climbing the entire mountain. This game is still so good. I wish they wouldn't have kind of put in a stain on it with that PC port being drastically different than the actual game. Well, that's just kind of how Square Enix works. Their remasters and, you know, re-releases of old games are always drastically different from the originals, which is always just a bummer. Because it usually is a downgrade instead of an upgrade, a lot of the time. There's usually more downgrades than upgrades, is the general gist of everything. Which is sad, but, you know, that's just kind of how it is. I'm not the one developing the games, so I don't have a say on it. Still, it was enjoyable. But this original is infinitely better. Magic Sea, my child. Alright, I already read this. It's just telling it to me again. Enter. Are you sure you want to leave this land behind and travel to the next island? Yes, sir. Hello, Rolo. The Magic Z, you are leaving us. I had a feeling this might happen. Could you now just stay a little longer to help us finish rebuilding Cantlin to its former glory? I already finished building it, unless you want some flowers. No, forget I said that. I was being selfish. Magic Z, my boy. You made me realize something. Restoring Cantlin to its former glory is not a matter of building walls and towers, but of building bonds of true friendship between our fellow townspeople. Wow, I'm sorry, I can't do it. No matter how grave the occasion, I just can't make a speech as soppy as that. Come on, my boy, step into the light. There are many places in this world that need your help far more than we do. Ah, I almost forgot something very important. There's something that Pipa insisted I give you. Though you may lose everything else on your way through the portal, if you clutch this gift tight enough, I'm sure it'll make it to your next destination. Farewell, Magic Z. May we meet again someday. What a good game, and we're not even done with the game. 37 days to complete, that's actually a while. But yeah, I've already done all of the objectives, so yeah. But we did collect 150 items. That we did. We built the base level 5, we defeated the 3 dragons, and we repaired the graveyard. So all that we didn't actually do is the Cantlin garden, which is pretty good, honestly. The Cantlin garden is very hard to make, because you need water, which is a thing. But yeah, there you have it. There is Cantlin done. Now, we could start Remildar, because this is an hour and a half stream right now, which is quite short because of an oversight on my behalf. Honestly, I expected the end of the game to take longer. So you know what? Instead, why don't we just do a quick hot lap on Terra Incognita, because I want to check it out again. I don't remember what I had done. Clearly a lot of mess. I think I was trying to build a castle area, and then I just never really committed to it, if I recall correctly. But these are bats that I made, which were pretty cool. At least I kind of like them. Right, I'm super quick because I have the meteorite bracers, which increase movement speed. I say super quick, you can go way faster in the PC port, because there's a thing that makes you go like 10 times walk speed. Right, I was making an entire mountain. I just completely forgot about this. I was trying to make a completely new landscape. It's really far. Do I have the car? Car, where's the car? It would be at the end, so no, I don't. Bummer. But yeah, I was trying to make entirely new landscape. And here I was making a mountain, if I recall. I don't think I ever finished it, as it's pretty obvious, but I mean, you can see the idea. I was trying to make a mountain, and I definitely made a valiant effort. But clearly it did not work out. Still, this is basically free build mode if you don't get what this is. And you have all the portals to the various chapters. Maybe I will return to this. I don't think I will, though. And if you're wondering what the giant blue thing here is, that's a Minecraft ocean monument. At least that's what it was supposed to be. I was trying to make a Minecraft ocean monument. It is to scale, although it's like almost not at all complete. Also, this is an exclusive to the Switch version of the game, which I love. The Saber Cub. My beloved. And then this was going to be a big castle, but once again, as all of the projects I begin on this game, I never finish any of them, so, you know, it's basically exactly what you'd expect, which is unfinished slop. I should check my other save games. I have no idea what I built on the other save slots. Yeah, let's find out. Let's check all of them. Let's figure out what I did on all the Terra Incognitas. And maybe we can go through all of my Cantlin saves, actually. Let's see. Save slot 2. What is it? The same thing. Just much older. You know, that checks out, actually. Because I probably just accidentally saved the wrong save slot. Well, here's what this actually used to look like. Damn. You know, before there was a mountain there, but I deleted, like, all of it. I don't think the third save slot is just the same thing of accidentally saving to the wrong save slot, though. I think it is actually something else. It's just probably not anything meaningful at all. 2024, when would that have been? I don't know. What was this for? Like, I don't know. I have the saber cub. I have a forge. I have a bedroom. What on earth did I make this save for? I must have just made it a new one for no reason at all. Maybe I planned to just build something new. I don't know. But you know what? Let's go through all my Cantlin saves. As I don't remember, like, any of them. So let's see what I did on my previous playthroughs. This one was not finished, okay, but this one I remember to an extent. I think this is the latest one I did. So here's a build that's a lot more compact. And yeah, I did not know what to do with the kitchen. So I just left it here, which checks out. But yeah, similar concept of a four corners setup. Except this one, the builds are much larger, of course. And I didn't put as much emphasis on build quality. That's a definite thing here. I'm sure one of these is definitely just going to be all dirt. One of these is definitely a speedrun save. For sure. Let's see what save slot 2 is. The same exact thing. Great. You know, I'm really good at making accidental saves. What about save slot 3? Let's find out. Okay, this one's different. Giant trees are not finished. Wow. Okay, this has to be ancient. This is definitely an ancient save. When was this? When's the save date on this? 2025. No, 2021. Yeah, that checks out, because what the hell? Wait, I know what this is. This is like my iteration of a YouTuber's playthrough, I think. Where I tried to make a build inspired by their playthrough. But I would never build a tower anymore. That's how I know this is ancient. Damn, I even used the actual tiles I collected. I mean, this isn't an awful build, just to use the bricks just doesn't make sense. And the trees... Wait a minute. This is a playthrough I did, is it not? I remember doing that tree thing, maybe it's not. But I know I did something like that. That might be a playthrough I never released. Or maybe I did release it, but like... I don't know, I'll have to check my uploads, I guess. And then we got save slot 4, which I'm pretty sure is a speedrun slot. No, yeah, kind of. Yes. Yes, the reason there's stone is because I used stone, like, cladding or whatever. Yeah, this was a speedrun save slot. Mostly, I think. I did not build on this. Well, that checks out. I don't love Cantlin as a chapter, so it makes sense that none of my builds would still be standing. So now this is the only good save I have, which... Damn, that feels rough. Especially considering I don't think I have the saves for the PC port anymore, where I did do some decent builds. So, yeah, that's gonna be that. Next time I stream, we're gonna be doing Remuldar. Which will be, I don't know when. Probably not tomorrow, and probably not Monday. If I had to guess. Maybe Monday, but I don't think so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and I will see you guys whenever we continue this. So, yeah.